Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Press C for Carnage. This is Dave, and joining me as always is Jordan and Colin.
Hey, what's up?
Hello.
And as our special guest, we have Megan, Cyber's wife.
Hello.
So, Colin, what would you like to kick us off with today?
So, like in the other two-ish podcasts we've been doing this on, the continuation of Microsoft's Activision of Blizzard.
Yeah, more deets. Give us the deets.
I always like a good bedtime story.
Court ruling, a U.S. judge in California on Thursday turned down Microsoft's bid to freeze a private consumer antitrust lawsuit over Microsoft, trying to acquire Activision Blizzard. So, what do y'all think of this?
So is this the same? You said, was it a separate judge? Are they separate from the FTC, or is this a part of the FTC?
So this does talk about the FTC. So what this is what I'm thinking it is Microsoft has tried to freeze, stop the lawsuit about them acquiring Activision Blizzard. So this isn't a ruling on that case.
So this is like a countersuit.
Microsoft's trying to stop them,
Gotcha.
and so these people said no. The court said no, we're not stopping it. So
it's a countersuit.
Yes.
Gotcha. I mean, my thoughts.
Man, there's a lot of suing.
Yeah, right. I mean,
Microsoft.
Well, like I said last time, somebody opened the door.
Mm-hmm. Microsoft, a spokesperson, has gone out and stated, "We remain confident in our case and path forward and are committed to closing the deal," in the court hearing. So
they're confident. Okay, so I don't think at this stage, I don't think Microsoft is going to be able to get Activision Blizzard without huge stipulations being put forward by Sony and FTC and other organizations, because obviously not just America, not just the Federal Trade Commission in America, but there's also commissions and other agencies within Europe that are actually trying to sue for this deal to not go through as well. So I only see two options here. One, it does go through with huge stipulations to the access to Call of Duty as a whole on all the consoles, and just other Blizzard games like World of Warcraft and that sort of thing. Or it doesn't go through at all, and I don't think Microsoft is going to be able to buy them anytime soon. There'll probably be some kind of rule that says you cannot purchase them for the next 10 years or whatever until this ruling.
I feel like there's going to be some sort of free trade.
What do you mean by that?
I believe Activision or Blizzard will be forced to be a sole entity on itself.
I mean, I think they're already publicly traded, I believe. So they
no. But what I mean is, I don't think anybody's gonna be able to buy them.
Oh,
how that would work in the trade world, I have no idea.
Yeah,
but this is becoming a bigger thing than I'm sure the FTC wants it to. So.
Right.
I don't see, like I said last time, I don't see anybody being the sole owner of Blizzard.
Right.
And I don't know, maybe what I think what would solve this is PlayStation, Xbox, Microsoft, whoever has wants the platform rights would all have to pay an equal dividend to Activision per game. And then it gets dispersed that way. That's the only way I see this.
You're kind of ignoring the fact that these platforms already get a huge cut for selling said games on their stores anyway. So there's no need to do a licensing agreement.
And I'm not saying it makes sense, but no, there's not going to be a sole proprietor of this. Somebody.
I just think they're going to be. I just think they're going to just be independent for the next 10 years, because there's no way anyone's going to be able to buy them after this bullshit. There's no way.
If anything, this is going to actually raise the value of Blizzard and Activision a great deal, because they would be considered priceless at that point.
Well, I wouldn't say priceless. That's not the right word, but yeah, I understand what you mean. They're too big to be owned.
Yeah, there's no value. There's no. Well,
right.
sorry, I'm actually going back and forth on the seesaw. One, they won't hold a value, but two, they'll hold an extreme value for the games they have. So
Right.
yeah, I don't.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean it's an interesting thought. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see what the final verdict is. But to be honest, I don't foresee this litigation stopping anytime soon. I feel as though this is going to get dragged on for at least a year and a half. If it lasts less than that, I will be surprised, because the litigation in America usually takes years. Like, so this, I don't imagine this is going to end anytime soon. So yeah, podcast listeners, we'll see you on this topic in the next let me look at my watch here, year and a half. So all right, so I have an article here if you guys don't mind moving on. So actually it's two articles, both related to the same to the same company, Ubisoft. So first one, Ubisoft CEO apologizes for placing his foot so deeply into his mouth. This is by PC Gamer. So I don't know how to pronounce his name correctly, so if I mispronounce it, I apologize. It's like Yves.
Yeah,
I was gonna say Yves Guillemont. It's French. So he basically, what happened was he sent out an email to his entire staff, stating that, like, hey, we're not doing so well, obviously. The economy is bad, whatever, making a bunch of excuses. And what he wrote was, the responsibility for turning this company around is all on you guys, basically telling everyone to work harder. Which is complete bull. Like, what the cojones on this guy? He's the leader, and he's telling everyone to work harder. That's not how this works. The failures that are happening within Ubisoft is your fault. Your fault. It's on your shoulders. You're the one that's above everybody else. You're the one that's responsible for decisions that are made business-wise. Why are you pointing the finger at all of the people underneath you? That is ridiculous. It makes me so mad, and I kind of wish more companies had the Japanese cultural mindset when it comes to businesses, because, like, every time you see, like, a Japanese company, like, doing bad, they always the CEOs always cut their pay in, like, half, and then, like, give that profit to, like, the people underneath them or whatever, if everyone's struggling. Like, I wish more companies did that, because this is ridiculous, man. He's just like, yep, my pay increased 3 times within the last 2 years, but you guys are doing crap. Like, no, that's not how this works, man. So I'm so angry with this guy, because it just, and we talked about it last podcast about, like, Skull and Bones coming out and how it's going to be a disaster. I don't foresee that game being good in any way, shape, or form. I'm calling it now. So then let's I'm gonna move on to this next article, unless you guys have something to comment about that specific.
No.
Carnage?
No.
Okay. A simple answer. I like it. Okay, so this next article is also Ubisoft. This says Ubisoft has confirmed today, so this is articles from 2 days ago. So this is separate. This is separate from the article from last podcast where they said they canceled 3 games. This is another game on top of those 3 canceled games. So this is technically the 4th one. And it says Ubisoft has confirmed that today that Project Q, the PvP Battle Arena game that was announced in 2022 after numerous leaks, has been canceled today. This continues the wave of tribulations that the publisher that saw the cancel 3 unannounced projects and delay Skull and Bones, the pirate game, for at least 6 times. So Skull and Bones has been delayed 6 times. What is going on over there, man? Like, they need to get their heads out of their butts. And by them, I mean the leadership, because obviously the people working underneath the leadership isn't at fault here. I'm calling it now, because they're trying their best. They're just doing what they're told. They're doing, or apparently, according to what I've read so far, they're not doing anything because they're not told anything to do. So if that makes sense, their leadership is so bad at their jobs that the people underneath them aren't told, what to do in a lot of cases. And from what I've read, what ends up happening is a lot of these games, they like don't really give them much direction. Like the artists, the music developers, all of the developers that are working on these games, they don't give them any direction for like the first year and a half of the development, or they give them very little direction. And then, like the last year, like, so the games were being worked on for like, up to 3 years, up to 3 to 4 years. The last like year and a half of the game's development, they like rush. They're like, hey, chop. Like, what are you doing? Why is it taking you so long to make this thing? And then the developers are just like, what do you mean? We had an entire year and a half up until this point, and you guys didn't tell us to do anything. Like, it's ridiculous. I'm just rambling now, but I don't foresee Ubisoft doing very well within the next couple of years. If I think they're gonna get bought out, to be honest. They have to be bought out, and I hope it's somebody like Microsoft that buys them out, to be quite honest, and not like Tencent, because we don't need another Tencent owned company. That they're just taking over the gaming market at this point.
Who's Tencent? I don't know who that is.
Tencent is a trillionaire, and I mean that literally, because they are just like, they have so many billions of dollars. It's ridiculous. They're like a multi-billion-dollar company that is in China. And they as of right now, they are investing billions of dollars into, mostly from what it seems like, video game companies, but they also do other minor companies as well. But what they do is they invest in the stocks up until a certain point. It's usually like a large percentage, so they can get on the boards, and then after a while they start to accrue more stocks to the point where they become 51% owners of the company. They've done that for a few video game companies so far in the last few years.
They own 40% of Epic.
Yes,
yeah, Epic, Blizzard, Ubisoft,
And they own 9% of Ubisoft.
They own a lot, yes. And
Platinum, From Software, Marvelous.
go ahead.
No, the list goes on. They have their hand in
Every pie, yes. Who's the guy that owns Epic Games? Tim Sweeney. So Tim Sweeney has said multiple times that he's not going to let Tencent buy the rest of the controlling stake within that company, because, like you said, they already own 40%. But I don't foresee that lasting long, because with how much power Tencent has already, I foresee them, like, as soon as there's some kind of crack in that shell of Epic Games, they're gonna go right in, dude. They're gonna be like, hey, we own 49% now, like. And if Tim Sweeney ever backs, like, if he ever steps down from the company, that is going to be the exact moment that Tencent swoops in and grabs the rest of Epic Games. So, So we're off topic. We tangented off to Tencent there, but honestly, like I was saying, Ubisoft is going to be bought out. They have to be within the next few years. I don't foresee, and I'm going to laugh so hard when they're gonna get bought out by like Sony or something, and then Microsoft's gonna come at them with litigation and be like, "Oh, you can't do that. Assassin's Creed is a a home name brand. You can't. We need that on our console. You can't own the rights."
See, back to the Microsoft thing. I don't think this court case is just gonna end with Activision Blizzard. I foresee it. Microsoft, if they're gonna lose hard and put like bans on buying any big thing. Well, why wouldn't they? I mean, if Microsoft isn't going to be able to buy this big company, then why should Sony be able to buy this other big company?
That's true. Okay, that makes sense. I see your reasoning.
So who knows? This Microsoft thing might end up affecting Ubisoft, not allowing them to be bought out.
Yeah,
companies now just have to die.
That's a good point. I didn't really think about it that way, to be honest. Okay. But yeah, I mean, so, yeah, I mean, that's all I really had to say about it, unless you guys had any comments, Carnage?
No, bottom line is Ubisoft is in a tough place right now, and, Chain of Command is responding poorly. I think when they release our beloved next Assassin's Creed game, that will settle the fire for a while. But yeah, they're not looking good. There's a lot of bad news coming out from their end.
Yeah, it's a little worrisome, to be honest. I just hope they get bought out by somebody who's actually gonna use their assets and their IPs to the best of their ability. I want to see a good Assassin's Creed game again, man. Like, I haven't played a good one since, I mean, like, Unity was good, quote unquote, but it wasn't great. But like, I haven't played a great Assassin's Creed game since like 2. Like, Assassin's Creed 2 was like perfection.
Well, Okay, we're talking about this because
You know what? I want Ubisoft to be bought out by Sony. I want
Really?
No. I want Insomniac Games team to be put on Far
Oh my
Cry
god.
and like Spider-Man levels of Far
That'd
Cry,
be so
and
good.
you know what? I want Sony buying all the games.
Oh, I would
There you
love a was Insomniac the one that did Second
Insomniac
Son?
is-
Were they the ones that did
Second
Second
Son? I
Son?
don't
It was a superhero game that was like a launch game for the
Yeah, I know
PS.
it. I know what you're talking about. The Second Son is the one where you absorb powers. I don't
Yes,
know.
yes. I'm pretty sure they were. But Carnage, go ahead and continue with your thought process there. You were going to talk about Assassin's Creed 2 not being the best one.
I was, but I'm not saying that it wasn't the best one, but everybody started bad mouthing after Assassin's Creed 2, if not 3. They've been bad mouthing the franchise because the game itself has changed.
Okay,
We
right.
are no longer our beloved Ezio.
Well, Ezio was the character that you warped into. It was Desmond.
Yes,
Desmond.
he's but that's who we became in love with.
Right.
And then Ubisoft throws this curveball and throws us through a whole other path when we're still trying to figure out the answers.
I
from the
do
very
agree that they kind of screwed themselves over with the like cutoff of the it was terrible.
They have. I enjoyed most Assassin's Creed games up until Valhalla, and not so much the in-world gameplay. It's just the backstory of the bloodline that
Right.
really puts me in a loop. And anyways, I don't know where I was going with this, to be honest. I was trying to. Yeah, I was trying to.
No worries. The game was called Infamous Second Son, by the way. To go back to what I was saying, and it was Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch was the developer of Infamous. I want Sucker Punch to make an Assassin's Creed game because oh my god, they do open world so good. Like, ugh, that'd be so good. But excuse me one more time. Sorry. I just don't think. I don't think Sony would be a good idea because you know how closed garden they are. If they got Assassin's Creed, man, no one would have Assassin's Creed. Everyone would be screwed. They would close garden that off immediately.
They would eventually release it to the PC world, but
after 4 years. Yeah.
Well, I think Sony would be fair. I think they'd give 10 years on Microsoft's platform.
Is that a sarcasm joke because of Microsoft?
No, throwback, if you remember throwback.
Yeah, because Microsoft was like, we'll give you 10 years of Call of Duty.
There we go. See? 10 years.
That's funny as hell. I love it. Okay, do you have any other articles, guys, or do you want to move on to games we've played?
No, but I do want to bring up games that I want to play.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And I just shared it with you guys.
Sure.
And the reason I bring it up, so the next Star Wars game, Jedi Survivor, is coming out in March.
Oh, the sequel, yes.
Yeah, it's a sequel to the Fallen Order, which, yes, it's a single player game, but for me, I beat it about 80% recently in about 14 hours.
You beat it before that, though, too, right? Isn't this your second playthrough?
I did, yeah. This is my second playthrough on the second hardest difficulty.
Oh, wow.
So I'm excited for this game because they're continuing on the storyline of Cal, which is cool.
Right.
And even though Lucasfilms isn't giving us anything other than stupid fucking Disney little episode series for Star Wars.
Right.
We're not Hey, don't just step up now. Hold on.
You can't stay silent this entire time, Megan.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I didn't know what the hell you guys were talking about at
Disney is slowly killing Star Wars. And the moment
I don't give a shit about Star Wars. So I don't
Wow.
know.
Oh, man, we just lost so many people.
I like Disney.
Oh.
We just lost like 7 viewers.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
So Star Wars does not invest me at all. Neither does Star Trek.
I agree with you, by the way, Carnage, to back on topic. Screw you, by the way. Star Trek is amazing.
Yeah, listen, next time you're at Walmart, you bring this up to her. Okay? So
Just arguing with her in the middle of Walmart. No, Star
Yes.
Trek is amazing.
yes, yes, and you go down the toy aisle, which is heavily owned by Disney and Star Wars, and anyways. So
Hey,
back
go
to
back
my
to-
excitements.
Yes.
The reason I like this so much is that you're getting you're getting to play through a story that hasn't been told yet
Right.
by Disney and the previous Lucas films.
Right.
Mhm.
So the story's carrying on. Now the reason I'm bringing up this to begin with is I just happen to scroll down and you always see the system requirements. When normally I never bat an eye, right? Like I got a good PC.
Right.
Now this actually kind of bothered me that their minimum requirements for this game,
Mhm.
okay, is an i7
Mhm.
with a Ryzen 5.
Oh, an
To me, that sounds a pretty decent, well-built computer to run this game. Or am I just, is my mind stuck in the golden age?
You said that's minimum requirements?
That is minimum requirements.
Hold up. I need you to clarify what type of i5, because i5 could be.
He said i7, I believe.
No.
He said i7.
i7 7700
Oh,
with a Ryzen 5 1400.
hold
Now
up.
the Ryzen
Yeah.
5 is a mediocre GPU.
Actually, it's an Intel Core i7 7070. The new one is they're onto the 13,000. This is 700 series.
I mean, they're
And
only
this is the
requiring
Ryzen 5.
8 gigabytes of RAM. So.
Bro, this is old software. These are old. Like we're on to the 7,000 series for Ryzen, and this is 14. Like this isn't a. You're fine.
I'm not saying that it's new. I'm just saying that this seems to be unreasonably better equipment than normally necessary to run.
I mean,
run this game.
I partially agree with you, just because. So yeah, the Ryzen 5 1400, which is the minimum one they suggest, came out in April of 2017. So I mean, that's a 5-year-old chip. I don't.
Well, the age doesn't matter if it's 5 years old. If it's 5 years old, it's still sitting on a shelf. It's still brand new.
Right.
The fact that it's still a Ryzen 5, which up in Canada is going to run me at least $500 to grab it, which is ridiculous.
Right.
All I'm saying is it just seems like your basic requirements for games nowadays is actually you can't just run it on any school laptop you got, or any poorly built PC. All I was bringing up is am I just?
Are you old?
Am I old? Yes. Am I old? See, in my mind, i7 or Ryzen 5, and then you look down at the GTX 1070. It's like, wait a minute, I had these not too long ago, and you're telling me that they're going to barely perform this game.
Right.
So,
right. I see what you're saying. So I understand what you're saying. So do we know what consoles is coming out for? Because I'm curious if they had to develop it in such a way that they actually had to try to get it to run on like a PS4 base. Like, will it run on a PS4?
No, PS4 is not releasing anything on. Sorry, PlayStation is releasing everything on PS5.
Okay. Okay.
We had this conversation a few
I don't remember.
episodes ago. But it will at least be available on Xbox.
Okay. On the S model, like the one that's actually really weak compared to, because I'm worried how's that gonna run, because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like they're gonna have to make the quality's gonna be crap, dude. Like it's gonna be like a Cyberpunk situation all over again. If anyone doesn't, what's up?
Well, I was just gonna say, the thing with games, when they're porting them over, yeah, you're not going to be able to run them at probably 4K, but
right.
Okay, so it says right here, Xbox is doing the same. It's going to be available on Windows, PS5, and Xbox Series X/S. So.
Okay, but the series, not the one. It's not going to come out in the one, which is the previous generation.
No. It's not Xbox One. It's Series X, Series S.
Right. So I'm saying, so they are preventing it from going on the old school, the one previous generation.
They both are. Xbox started that well before PlayStation.
Right. Okay.
It's even on the on console or not console. Oh my! I cannot talk to you. I'm sorry, guys. Even on PC, your max frame rates that they even let you have is 60. So
they literally lock it in at 60.
they lock it at 60. So
I
they're
hate
they're they're
that.
copying and pasting from the console over to PC.
Well, I was gonna say that
No.
might be a Dark Souls thing, to be honest, because Dark Souls did the same thing. Like 1 and 2 both did. They when it came out on console, that was before they ported it over to PC. But even when they ported it over to PC, like years after the console release, it was still locked into 60 FPS, and I think that was due to the engine, actually, if I remember correctly, because the dodge roll, like your invisibility frames when you dodge roll attacks, was actually based off of the frames per second.
They're tied to your frames.
Yeah,
like
and
everything.
right.
Yeah, I don't think they did that for Elden Ring because you have the invasions and that being locked in at 60 would really suck.
Oh god, yeah, that'd be terrible.
But for this game, because it's a single player only game, I don't mind that it's locked in at 60. If anything, my PC runs phenomenally, only having to put out 60 frames.
I don't know. I feel like locking frame rates is an issue with certain PCs because it causes like syncing problems. And
it does.
Like,
I was just about to say it hurts VSync, it hurts your syncing, it hurts GeForce, it hurts everything that my computer's built to do.
Yeah.
With the auto sync. So
Right.
I actually, when I replayed the Fallen Order, when I replayed it, this was the first time I played it on PC. I actually had to adjust my syncing and my graphics to keep my frames up.
Oh wow!
For 60 frames, the game was choppy and screen tearing. It was
terrible.
it was bad. So I kind of had to make a whole other profile for my graphics card. Yeah, I've never actually bottlenecked a game before. Like that's the best way I could describe is reverse
bottleneck.
Yeah, but no, I'm really excited for this game.
I'm happy for you. Hell yeah, we should all try to find a game that we're excited to come out. So I'm excited for Forspoken, but I'm mildly excited. I don't know if I talked to Colin about this earlier before we started the podcast, but. Forspoken is a game that's coming out. It's a female protagonist who, I guess the entire point of the game is it's like Elden Ring, I guess, like in terms of like open world style, but it's it's got a storyline that's like loosely linear that you like go to points on the map to go to the next stage of the story. The one thing, it looks cool as hell. The graphics look amazing. It's made in Unreal Engine. My only worry is I've watched a bunch of videos on it, and I'm so worried because the movement looks great, it looks smooth, but the combat looks terrible. Like it's, I don't know how to explain it. It just looks sluggish. Like I don't know if that's a video recording problem but because I've watched several videos and they all kind of look the same. I don't know. I'm really worried about this game because I was excited for it for months, and I've had it on my Steam wish list, and I was going to pre-order it, but. I wanted to wait, and I try not to pre-order games anymore because I got burned because of Battlefield 2042. I refuse to get burned again. So, but I'm mildly excited for it. I'm gonna wait and see what the reviews say when it finally comes out because, and I don't want it to be another Callisto Protocol situation where the game looks freaking amazing, and then you see the reviews and see the videos, and you're like, you know what? On second thought.
And you know what the problem is? We're gonna go back to early console gaming.
Right.
Demos.
Well, this game has a demo. It has a demo.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it does actually. I haven't played it because I already watched the video of people playing the demo, and that's all I needed. I didn't want to download a 10 gigabyte freaking demo. It's huge, by the way.
Demos are great.
Demos are great. I agree. I don't know.
Do you think there's a market for renting games online where if you want to play a game, let's say a game gets released on the 22nd, but on the 21st, you can rent it for that one day only.
You mean like Blockbuster used to do?
Yeah.
There is such a thing. It's called GameFly.
I was just thinking that. Is GameFly still a thing?
It is still a thing, and you can
really. Huh.
Sure. Yeah, GameFly now sells consoles and a bunch of other stuff.
Really? So it's basically just a new GameStop, huh?
No, nothing will.
Nothing will be like GameStop.
Does GameFly have digital midnight releases?
Is GameStop still even a thing?
They are
Yeah,
dying. Actually.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
They're dying, but
Well, they actually don't foresee them being a thing by the end of next year. To be honest, by end of 2024. The reason being is I've seen a bunch of TikToks over the last couple of weeks, and it's a bunch of like GameStop managers, talking about how they literally are, not getting any customers, and they haven't for the past few months, and that the company, like the company CEOs are laying everybody off. Like there was a general manager for a GameStop in one of the TikToks, and she says, I literally don't have any employees. It's literally just me, and I'm only open 8 hours a day from like this to this, and I only work 5 days a week. They're like, they cut my hours, they laid off all my employees. Like I literally am by myself. Like, so
our Canadian version, EB Games or Electronic Boutique, is the same thing.
you still have EB Games? Oh, I remember EB
That
Games.
we don't have GameStop. It's EB Games.
It used to be EB Games until
And
GameStop bought them out. Yeah.
They, or at least here in my hometown, and even the surrounding cities that I go to, they don't even have the consoles to play on. They don't even have those displays up anymore.
They don't have the display. No,
No,
those were the
no.
best things. They were the best.
No.
My GameStop
They don't
stopped.
take. They
Wow.
barely take trade-ins. They don't buy games.
Well, trade-ins were
nothing.
pointless anyway, to be honest. But
No,
yeah.
they were not.
They
Trade-ins
were.
are great.
They were. Dude, they gave me 10 cents for a brand new game one time. I was like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" Like, nah,
What
dude.
are you talking about? Like we turn in games and we get like
$2.
minimum, like $5.
Oh wow. $5.
They can't give out $60.
No, I'm not
For a
saying they
game.
need to, but at least 10. Like, give me 10, man, because I know for a fact they're gonna sell it for 49. Don't even.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
they gotta make a
I think. Yeah, I was gonna say. I think the GMs or management. I think they get a commission off that for
That actually would make
reselling
a lot
a
of
game. Yeah,
sense.
but it's.
Ugh, man, I miss the old days.
I miss the blockbusters, man. I really do.
I do too.
And
I actually worked
I've
at
s-
one.
I've seen videos of I don't know where it is, but there's somebody that owns a blockbuster
Alaska.
still. Is it? Is that
I'm
where
pretty sure
they
it's
have like
Alaska.
a
There was,
mock
like, one,
blockbuster?
Yeah, they did
Um,
a show about it on
Where
Netflix.
is the last blockbuster? It is
Yeah,
Alaska.
there's a show on it. On like Colin said.
Okay, apparently there's two of them actually. There's one in Oregon and there's one in Alaska.
Oregon. I was gonna say. I think Family Guy made a parody of the one in Oregon where they took a trip to the last blockbuster, and yeah, they had like a late rental fee or something, and the guys were getting lethal about it, like the staff. But
I apologize. The one actually there was two of them in Alaska up until 2019. They actually closed at the beginning of 2019. So wow, I was incorrect. My information is 3 years old. Five years old.
Yeah.
But
I
that sucks.
liked Blockbuster.
I did
Blockbuster was
too.
great.
Ugh, I used to work at one. It was great, dude. I got discounts and stuff. I took rented games home for like half the price. It was amazing.
that'd be so fun.
Oh, it was so
Yeah,
great.
but
I would probably still rent games.
I don't think GameStop is going to go away. I think the stores are, but GameStop does have a digital shop.
Yeah,
Like it does have
guess.
the. I
It's
guess.
so trash.
it is. It's terrible. That, and I don't like to admit it because I hate the fact that they are as successful as they are, and they basically become a monopoly. But Amazon is the new GameStop. Like, if you want a game, just go to Amazon. Like, and I mean, and Steam, like PlayStation Store, Xbox Store, Nintendo Switch online store. Like, you don't need GameStop anymore. Like, no one goes to GameStop.com.
Game
buy-
Pass is like your one-stop shop for demos now, because like
Yeah,
everything
basically.
is on there.
Yeah, once we get to the review section, we're actually going to talk about that. But can we take a little bit of a break, guys?
Yeah.
All right, hear a word from our sponsor.
Are you tired of boring, mundane video games? Looking for something new and exciting? Introducing Boiled Water Simulator, the most realistic water boiling experience on the market. With stunning sound effects and realistic physics, you'll feel like you're right there in the kitchen, listening as the water boils in real time. But this game is more than just boiling water. With various difficulty levels, you'll be challenged to boil water under different conditions and temperatures. Can you master the art of boiling water and become a true water boiling pro? Water Boiling Simulator. Available now on all major platforms. Get it today and experience the thrill of boiling water like never before. Boiled Water Simulator. The ultimate water boiling simulation game. get it today.
All right, and we're back, guys. Did you guys have a good break?
Yeah, you?
I did. It was great.
That's good.
All right. So do you guys have anything to talk about before we move into like reviews or current games that we're playing? Or
Well, you gave y'all, so I'm gonna give mine.
go ahead.
I am currently expecting Legend of Zelda.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Okay.
You said expecting and there was a pause and I just had to say the word baby. I'm sorry. It was just reflex. My bad.
Okay. Well, I am expecting the new Legend of Zelda game, Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, right. They announced that during the Game Awards show, right?
Yeah, it's coming out May this year.
Oh,
I'm
man.
super excited because it's a continuation of like the Breath of the Wild art style.
So who's going to be the villain, though? Because he beat Ganondorf at the end of the first one. So
I don't know.
Or is he going to come back again?
Who knows?
I
Probably.
mean, it's Zelda. He might come back, or it's going to be a spirit in another form or something.
He's like making out with Zelda at the end of the game, like, "Oh, Link, you defeated Ganondorf," and then all of a sudden, Zelda's like, "I'm actually Ganondorf."
I didn't even know they were making a sequel yet. Like, didn't Breath of the Wild just come out?
I wouldn't say no. It's been a while.
A launch title for the Switch, so like 16 or 17.
Oh yeah,
pretty sure it was 17.
5 years ago. Yeah,
March 3rd, 2017. Yeah,
6 years ago. Jeez, I am feeling old today.
Dude, you were just all over the place today.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, so you're excited for it then, huh? That's cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I like the Breath of the Wild. I loved it. It was an amazing game. So I can't wait for this one.
That's awesome.
So are there any like key features that are going to be introduced into the new one that you're excited for?
So I haven't seen much. There's only 2 trailers. This is a very closed game, but from what the trailers show, you're mostly up in the sky.
Oh,
there's
no way.
towers. Like there's like floating islands.
Oh.
And it looks like really.
So instead of going like from island to island, you're going from cloud to cloud.
Well, I think the original one was all open world. The only island was the starting area. There was
that was the only thing in the original.
Interesting.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, the only like floating quote unquote island in the original one was like the starting area, like that you started in, and then you go down this giant cliff or whatever, and that's where that's when the open world opens up. So
what could possibly be up in the sky?
I don't know. Well, there from the release trailer, it looks like there's underground exploration of some sorts, or maybe that's just the starting of it, but it shows you like in the air a bunch, which is just super cool.
I just want to see Link wearing girl outfits more, because that shit was hilarious. I love the one part where you have to sneak into the all-woman like sand village, like the sand people, and then he was like, "Oh," like, and he did like the little girl laugh, and you had like the face covering on. I love that. It was so good. That made me laugh so hard. And then when they find out, they're just like, "Hey, you saved us. It's cool."
No, that actually never happens. Even after you save them, you're not allowed without the outfit on.
Oh, okay. Wasn't the queen finds out though, right? She finds out.
The queen knows. Like the queen knew, but like,
does she make like a comment saying like, "Hey, even though you saved us, you still have to wear this"?
Well, yeah, because the guards won't let you in, which is still.
She's the queen, man. What the hell is she doing?
It's a tradition. I mean, it's just how things work, I guess.
I like their tradition of sending all the women out to mate with random men and then bring babies back.
And if it's not a man, they're banished.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that game was cool though. I like its lore. Its lore was really well done.
It was a beautiful game.
Yes, and it ran really well. It ran really, really well on surprisingly well. So
I was right. Yeah, no, well, it looks like you're bouncing back from in the sky to the ground, but it is like cloud to cloud, islands in the sky. That looks really cool.
Yeah,
you have a glider. Oh, that looks cool.
Yeah, that glider thing in the trailer.
Yeah, stone thing.
Cool.
That's not coming out till May though.
Yeah, that's what he said. May of this year, right? Yeah.
That's such a long teaser though.
It is. It's super. I wouldn't even consider it a teaser, to be honest, with how long it is. By the way, so according to this, there's a rumor. I found an article.
Mhm.
It says, as of now, the main villain looks to be Ganondorf, since that is what the mummified sorcerer in the teaser trailer most likely is. That being said, it is also very likely that some other forces are working behind the scenes. So that's what the rumor is.
That's pretty vague.
Yeah. People are thinking that because of the mummified corpse at the beginning, that's Ganondorf's actual body, and that he's gonna resurrect somehow or something. So, yeah, I agree with you, Colin. It looks freaking sick, dude.
Yeah, Carnage might be buying a Switch very soon.
Just talking in the third person.
You should buy it just to play Breath of the Wild. It's definitely worth it.
Yeah, this looks freaking awesome, dude. I definitely might invest in this game when it comes out. I have a Switch, so hell yeah. All right, did you Honey, did you have any games that you were looking forward to that were gonna come out, or?
Well, I've been looking forward to Children of Silenttown, but I'm playing that.
Right. So we already got that for you on Steam. Are you in? Why don't we just move into the reviews section of what we're currently playing? Continue, honey. What do you think of Children of Silenttown? What kind of game is it? What do you think of it?
I played a demo of it, and it's basically a point and click of the game.
Okay.
You play as a 12-year-old little girl named Lucy.
Right.
And you have to solve with like this puzzles that you have to solve. And it's basically like, why are the monsters taking people from the village? Who are the monsters? What do they look like? That type of thing. And also like, where the hell did my mom go?
I always love the reasoning behind games like that, where they have like a little girl, like a 10, 11-year-old girl, even younger than that, be the protagonist, and you have them solve these ridiculous puzzles and then solve a mystery and save everybody. I love the contradiction of having like an adolescent child be strong enough, lucky enough, smart enough to do all of these things to save an entire village of people or even the world. I love that. It's freaking hilarious to me. So what are your thoughts so far on it? Are you liking it, or?
Oh yeah, I'm loving it. It's very challenging because it doesn't give you a whole bunch of clues on what to do next or anything like that. So, but once you figure it out, it like everything like starts to click into place.
Right.
You have to sing songs to get into people's heads. And if the memory severs, you have to sew it back together.
What in the world?
Is it the song that never ends? Does it go on and on?
The song that never ends.
No, it's not Lamb Chop.
This song's gonna get stuck inside your...
Or the Legos.
So wait, you're telling me this protagonist, adolescent child, is a siren? What is happening here?
She's learning like different songs from people around her. You also find like notes, which music notes around town.
Right.
And it's to like, I guess like a mystery. And in order to crack it, you have to get either inside people's minds or make them feel better. It's weird.
This sounds like a really odd game, to be quite honest. Okay, but do you give it I know you haven't beaten it yet, so you can't really give it like a review, but do you give it a recommend or a don't touch?
Oh yeah, no, totally recommend. I recommend it. It's if you like puzzles and like it's just a point and click type of game. Go for it. I love it. I love puzzle games. I love using my
brain,
big head.
Gotcha. I'm glad you like it though. So again, it's called Children of Silenttown.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha. Cool. Carnage, did you have any games you're currently playing that you'd like to talk about?
No, I'm just currently still playing New World. There's not much more.
Have you been enjoying? You're level 60 now, right? Which is quote unquote the max level. Are you enjoying? Any thoughts on the end game / like gear progression? Are you enjoying that aspect, or?
I haven't had much time to enjoy it. Because some people are falling behind.
I'm sorry. I would like to try other games for the podcast. My bad. I wanted to try different games for the podcast. I apologize. Like,
That is your bad.
wow.
It is because you're the one that got me involved with the game, and
I haven't
all
stopped.
you do is sit there and play your goddamn instruments.
I like the barding in that game. I apologize. Like, listen, you don't understand how addicted I was to Guitar Hero back in the day, man. Like the fact that it's basically just Guitar Hero and an MMO, I will never stop playing.
Yeah, I enjoy that game too. We should play a simulator at one point. But
right.
as far as New World goes, yeah, I don't know. I just got to 60. I'm currently trying to build my tank to a better gear score,
Gotcha.
and hopefully all 4 different elements. Apart from that, no, I guess now is really the grind. But
The grind.
Grind.
yeah. So it's kind of like hitting a brick wall, and you gotta.
That's like normal MMOs, right?
Yeah.
Do you recommend it with everything you've experienced up until the end game? Do you recommend it as a suggestion for people looking for a new MMO to try?
Yeah. It still has a nice fan base. Don't be. There are some lobbies are quite toxic, but.
Oh, you mean like dungeons or?
No. Like some of the servers you go on to are notably toxic. Like they're toxic players.
Gotcha. I don't think I keep my chat turned off, like the global chat, so I don't see any of that.
I read it because at least in our server, there's a lot of helpful people that if you just eavesdrop on some conversations, you actually learn quite a bit.
Right.
But it's a supportive community. There's lots of players to play with.
That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So a high recommend. That's awesome. Colin, did you have anything that you've played recently? A Switch game, a console game, PC game, anything?
Not recently, because I haven't played any new games recently. However, there is one I do fully endorse.
Team Fortress 2.
You know what? Fine, because you mentioned.
No! No!
Ratchet and Clank, a Rift Apart.
Really?
Very.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's for the PS5, correct?
This is a PS5 exclusive. Yes, I fully recommend this game. I loved it. I had never played a Ratchet and Clank game before.
Oh man, you're missing out, dude.
I have watched a lore explained video to make sure I was caught up with what was going on, minus the failed reboot.
Which was the failed reboot? I'm trying to think.
There was a failed reboot and movie series that they were gonna try and do, and that failed.
I think the movie series was literally just the cutscenes from the first 3 games, in a movie form. Like I'm pretty sure they literally just yanked the cutscenes out.
But they tried rebooting. They did a reboot, but besides that, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart goes back to the old story, following beats from that.
Okay.
And I fully recommend it. I mean, it was a great story. Looked beautiful. Is the first game I played on the PS5. It played amazing.
Oh, that's awesome. Did you like was the gun variety good? Because that's one of the biggest things with those games.
There was bunches of guns. I mean, to be honest, I played with a set guns that I thought were my favorite guns. However,
that's fine.
However, the amount of guns and the unique abilities of each gun, they were all very different. All had distinct and cool abilities that I think are well worth.
Yeah, there was one from one of the original trilogy that it allowed you to turn enemies into chickens, and you could punt them off the edge of the map or whatever. I loved it. Ugh.
I remember one gun. There was the pixelizer, which literally, if you shoot it at an enemy, turns them into pixels while you're doing damage to them.
If they're still in pixel form, when you kill them, do they just go?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they
so
just
cool.
Disintegrate. And then the staple of all Ratchet and Clank games, the Rhino. The wreck you a new one.
Wreck you a new what?
There's a final weapon in every Ratchet and Clank game, I believe, called a Rhino. The wreck you a new one, which is this super powerful weapon that is like an end-all be-all gun.
Huh. I don't remember, to be honest. It's been so long. Yeah,
Yeah.
I only remember the funny ones, like the you know
Mhm.
the one that turns people
Yeah.
into chickens or whatever. Yeah, that's cool though. To be quite honest, to go on a slight tangent, I wish
Mhm.
games did more wacky, fun, crazy ideas like that when it comes to like gun
Mhm.
design. Because like as an example, they only did it once, but I freaking loved it. It was like the dubstep gun or the wub wub wub. There was a in
Oh
Saints
yeah.
Row. It
Mhm.
was in Saints Row, and you like whenever I found it, dude, that was my favorite gun. I would go into like missions with that thing, just being like, "Hey, motherfucker," and then just like boom, 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 boom. Like it's so good. Ah,
Yeah.
more games need to come up with wacky, crazy ideas like that. That just makes gun gaming so much fun, or even just like an Easter egg. Like even if it was
Mhm.
like a serious game like GTA, but like there was an Easter egg where some crazy gun that what doesn't make sense to be in the game was in there. I would love it. I would freaking love it.
Well,
So,
that's yeah. Like back
back to
the
your game.
cool
I'm
gun.
sorry.
No. Not back to my game, but the gun I was talking about, the Rhino.
Yes.
It had references something. So the main part of the game is this gun called the Dimensionalizer was broken,
Right.
and it breaking is basically destroying dimensions and making rifts between them.
Okay.
This gun called the Rhino, Wreck You a New One, and this is number 8, opens these portals and pulls out items from other games. Like you can see the T-Rex robot from Horizon Zero Dawn.
What?
You can see Nathan Drake's plane from Uncharted. You can see Sly Cooper's van, among other things.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
Yeah, so it has full references to lots of things. and
Okay,
it's
that's
super
really
cool.
neat. That's freaking cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So so you beat it already then? You already beat
Yeah,
it?
I have beat it.
So
I have
what do
beat
you
it.
what do you give? Do you give it a score, a high recommend? What do you what's your
A
your
good
opinion?
9. I'd say 9.9.
Hell yeah. Damn, almost perfect. What dropped the point 1? I'm curious.
The point 1 was the replayability. That's it.
Okay,
It's
gotcha.
a great story. You can go through like the main point of going through is to get all the weapon upgrades.
Right.
Yeah, which is fine. It's great. I also like that the game includes cheats where like you can go
like
around
old
and each
school?
level. Yeah, like they have these golden nuts or no, golden bolts where you go around and you collect them, and there's a menu that has like cheats where you can change what like items you're holding, invincibility, extra lives. It can change textures and stuff.
Oh my god, that's so cool. I miss cheats, dude. Cheats need to be in games again. Stuff's great.
Yeah. But yeah,
Um,
so I highly recommend the game.
Gotcha. That's awesome. Well, there you go. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart? What was it?
Rift Apart.
Rift Apart. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Hell yeah. That sounds awesome. All right, I guess I'll end us off the section with I've been playing the early access version of Slime Rancher 2. And I've been enjoying it actually, which is odd for me because I could not get into the first one no matter what I tried. My wife Megan tried very hard to get me to play the first one, and I got like maybe an hour into it, and I was just like, bleh, I'm not feeling this right now. But I've been playing. I put like maybe I want to say like 17 or 18 hours into the early access version of Slime Rancher 2. And for anyone who's curious, the current version number is like 0.1, like 0.1.2. So it's like early access. But I actually enjoyed it. There's a lot of game there, to be honest. I mean, like 17, 18 hours worth. I kind of hit like a soft wall, where like it appears that the map does not extend any further, and I've basically explored everything. The only thing I'm missing is a bunch of the character upgrades, which I find unnecessary to purchase because I've already purchased all of the plots. I already have all of the farm plots available, all the expansion plots available. All of them are currently being used by both slimes and farmland. I have like 45,000 gold just sitting in my inventory, not able to do anything with it other than purchase upgrades that are useless to me because there's no reason to progress. So I mean, it's good. It's good. I would suggest if anyone's curious and or has played the first one and wants to play the second one, I've been playing it for free on Game Pass. I would like to stress, however, that it would appear that the PC Game Pass is the only way to play it on Game Pass. I have tried. It shows up. It shows up on Xbox's Game Pass, but for some reason it does not let you download it. I don't know why. So yeah, if you want to play it, PC Game Pass is where it's at. I enjoyed it. I recommend it as it is right now, but I also recommend that if you are going to get it, don't purchase it on Steam or I guess Steam would be the only way other way to purchase it, because I don't think you can buy it in early access right now on the actual console. I don't believe.
No, that might be why it's not available. See, even when you search Slime Ranch 2, it's supposedly available for the Series X, but
I don't think they'd let you buy the early access version on the console. I don't think.
But you don't have a Series X.
Oh, is that why?
It's Series X only.
I have a One. I have an Xbox One.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Maybe that's why it didn't work then, actually. So I might be incorrect.
Yeah, until mine reaches your doorstep, it's...
Oh, you did actually send us one.
No, I am, but it actually escaped my mind until I was in my closet today and I saw that big black dust collector sitting on my shelf.
Oh, jeez.
It's going out tomorrow, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you and kids, I guess, can try it on the...
awesome, dude! You're amazing. Look at him! Look at this guy getting out here giving consoles to people. Hey, audience members, anyone want a console? Mr. Moneybags here.
Hey, in a couple of months there'll be a Switch available because I don't think I'm going to use it after Zelda.
Oh my god! Are you really gonna buy a Switch just to play Zelda and then send us a Switch?
Well, what else am I gonna play on
That's hilarious. Would you just say, Colin? I missed you. Sorry.
I was just clarifying to the audience, like we should not actual offer. Sorry.
Oh, not actual offer. Yes, I apologize. It was a joke. Sarcasm. I apologize if
you could play Mario on it.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I mean, it depends. If we hit, say, 10,000 listeners, I might hand out something.
Oh, 10,000.
Just saying. If we get to 10,000, I'm willing to.
Those are some serious aspirations.
I
like it.
Yeah.
All right. Did you guys want to move on? Did anyone else have any games they wanted to talk about?
No, because there's nothing.
There's
it is terrible.
nothing.
It is a very boring time to be playing.
This season has been pretty bad. I agree.
It's not much upcomings, not much to look forward to. Well, hold on for you Warzone players.
Oh no.
The update 2 is coming.
Season
2.0.
Yes.
Yeah, season 2. Supposedly they're going to be fixing a lot of bugs, but
and then creating new ones.
it'll be Dev Error 7 something this time.
Oh, I can't wait for Dev Error 69. Oh, it's
nice.
Gonna be so good. Colin in the background.
Both ways.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, well, before we head off, why don't we do one Mad Lib, video game related Mad Lib? I think this one's better than the other ones we did, hopefully. Let's give it a shot. All right. So, I need, we're going to start with Carnage and we're going to go down. Carnage, I need an adjective.
Oh, God.
Oh, oh God, he can't come up with an adjective. I think he had a heart attack.
He just died.
I think he died.
Yeah, let somebody else go. I don't know what to start with.
Okay. Honey, can I get an adjective?
Is her an adjective?
Oh my God, are you serious? No, that's a pronoun.
I'll start us off. Smooth.
Smooth. Okay, got it. Thank you. Jeez, wow.
No.
All right, I need Carnage. I need a noun.
First one that comes to
floor.
your head.
Floor.
Oh, okay, got it. Works for me. Megan, I need a noun. Person, place, man, thing. Why did I say man? Person, place.
I don't know why.
I was like laughing at.
Why did I say man?
I'm like, is it a man, a person?
No, shut up. All right, you got one?
I said it.
Your mic cut out. It literally cut out.
Oh, I said bunny.
Bunny. Okay. Okay. Colin, I need a noun.
New York.
Jesus. Okay. That doesn't really work in context, but it's fine. We'll deal with it.
There is no context. This is a Mad Lib.
No, I'm saying that as the person reading it. All right, Carnage, you need an adjective.
Hard.
Ooh, nice. Actually, that works really well, honestly.
Will you
Megan,
stop reading it and just do it?
sorry, Megan, I need an adjective.
Blue.
Oh man, now it's become sad. Colin, I need a plural noun.
Kitchens.
Oh my, why? Carnage, I need a plural noun.
Houses.
You guys are so original.
Yes.
Megan, I need a plural noun.
Scarecrows?
Works for me. All right, that's the end of it. You guys ready?
Yes.
All right. In a vast and smooth land, a young boy named Link awakens from a deep floor to find his bunny has been taken by a mysterious New York known as Calamity Ganon. To save the land of Hyrule and rescue Princess Zelda, Link must embark on a hard and blue journey to gather the power of the kitchens, defeat the Calamity once and for all. Along the way, he will meet houses and discover ancient scarecrows that will aid him on his quest. That's the
You
end.
should have. If I could go back, I would have said New Yorkers. New Yorker. A New Yorker Ganon.
Oh, I like that. Has
And also,
been
also
taken by a mysterious New Yorker known as Calamity Ganon.
also you should swap around scarecrows and houses for clarity.
He will meet scarecrows and discover ancient houses that will aid
There you
him
go.
in his quest. Okay, I like it. I like it.
There you go.
Nice. Maybe next time we do one of
The
these.
rules of Mad Libs.
It's true. It's true. You're supposed to do them in the order that they're written. So
And not change them.
I guess I was gonna say maybe next time I'll move it around so it's a little bit sounds better. But I guess that'll be going against the rules. So.
Yeah, but it is. That was good.
It is what it is.
The power of the
The
kitchens.
power of the kitchen. Zelda's gonna be so proud.
Wow.
Oh,
That-
wait. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Listen, let me reference, let me fix. Wait. He cooks.
Nope.
He cooks.
You said
No,
it's
No,
done.
listen. He cooks in Breath of the Wild. Oh my god.
He cooks.
He cooks in Breath of the Wild. That's why I said it.
Man canceled after so
After
few
8
episodes.
episodes. After 9 episodes. All right. Carnage, you want to head us off? I'm tired.
All right. Thanks, guys, for tuning in for another episode of Press C for Carnage. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you tune in next week. See you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.